This is Matrixlord212, and I have discovered the massive fish mystery in Doctor Who Series 5, 6, and possibly 7. And basically, I just figured it out from watching the marathon to do with, I think it's, what is it, the Impossible Astronaut, I believe, or Day of the Moon, I'm sorry. And basically, you remember Amelia said, thanks Santa for the fish? There is no mistake about it, okay? And if also you remember the Vampires of Venice, they said, we ran from the silence. Yes, they remember the silence because the fish remember the silence, okay? I checked on a research paper about fish memory, all right? This is how deep I've been looking into this, all right? And basically, people used to have a theory that fish have 3-second memory or 3-month memory, but it's very, very sophisticated memories in fish. And if I could read some of it, let's see. According to some scientists, memories in fish are better than we have believed. Forget about what you know, what you heard. Fish have a memory that lasts much more than 3 seconds and are capable of deception and learning, says Dr. Kevin Waterbawn of New South Wales. Okay, he has been studying fish for more than 3 decades and says they're much more better at memory than we given them credit for. He states the idea that fish have short memory is wrong. It's absolute rubbish. There's been a lot of work done for over 15 years learning and memory in fish. It has been found that fish are quite sophisticated, all right? So they're a lot more sophisticated with their memories than we are, all right? So one type of fish, with one type of prey, the fish got more and more efficient at catching their food. Let's see. Is there anything really good here? Just says that basically they have amazing memory skills. Let's see what else do they say. Well, basically, if you want to see this article, there's this thing called the bowriverblog.com, and basically it talks about fish memory. All right, but this would make sense with the theory of why there's always mention of fish. And basically, the reason why fish is always mentioned in 5, 6, and 7 is because the silents weren't around before 5, 6, and 7. Okay? And since they're around since 5, 6, and 7 series, and anytime they have a fish reference or anything to do with fish, basically the silents can't hide from the fish. It could be that maybe just by the simple presence of fish in the area, that it kind of blocks out the signal that blocks humans' memory of the silence. And this will be an example of the Christmas special where Abigail wrote a song about silence is all you know. If you notice, they had silence in the title, and there was fish everywhere, okay? So it could be that when fish are around, the silence, their powers of deception and erasing memory are blocked. Okay, so the fish are basically the reason why people see the silence, or just by their presence around the silence, make them aware of the silence. Okay, so it's sort of like Day of the Moon, where they had the videotape of 1969, the moon landing, and the silence was broadcast all over the world. Well, picture if there's constantly fish around, the silence cannot hide from anyone. Okay, so once again, it's because of the fish that's why the silents went to hunt the fish, because they want to kill all fish, because then they could, with no fish around, they can hide and nobody could ever find them because nobody will remember. So fish have sophisticated memory, and this is the mystery behind why there's fish, why Amelia thanks Santa for the fish fingers and custard, fish everything. Fish in every single episode. The star whale, a goldfish in the God Complex. You name it, there is every single episode has fish referenced in it. This is like Bad Wolf, okay? Because you heard Bad Wolf throughout the whole series, and it turns out it was a key phrase to solve the whole mystery of Series 1. Just like you kept hearing Saxon throughout the whole series of Series 3. The fish have been going on for Series 5, 6, and 7 because they have the powers with their massive memory to block out the silence. They retain the memory of the silence, because how else would the head of the fish queen in Vampires in Venice be able to talk to the doctor about the silence when everybody else forgets? Because she's a fish person, and basically she remembers the silence, and the silence want all the fish exterminated, extinct, everything, because with the fish around, they cannot do what they have to do. Matrix Lord has solved that mystery, I believe. Alright? So enjoy your Doctor Who Asylum of the Daleks, and now I gotta try to figure out what the heck the red balloons are or the bird sweets. Alright? So take care. Bye for now.